The promise. As we have heard so often, life is about choices. To be clear, we are pro-choice. Question is, what is the choice to make? The WindowView is a soft apologetic. That is to say, this presentation gives specific faith-based approach to life, but without throwing chapter and verse into anyone's face. It's not in your face, but by grace, that is what we are after here. And if you choose, read on. A simple explanation for the promise. Can you think in terms of a big picture? Can you consider a wide range of issues? If you are objective, open-minded, reasonable, then the promise is easy to see.
First, we observe that science confirms we live because of special circumstances. Evidence for an intelligence behind our being does, in fact, present itself to us. This comes with our data package, scientific information. Plain as day, as obvious as the universe is expansive and awesome, as obvious as we are alive, the evidence is right in front of us, now and every day. Yet, our material being, our basic human mentality, resists this, and we have a self-centered tendency to see things in terms of us first.
Second, Scripture tells us a lot about existence, as does science, but in an entirely different way. And now it gets personal. An intelligence claims to be a single entity and the only God there is or ever was. He states how the universe came into being, in a way science cannot determine. Yet both have agreement. The intelligence created not only life, but created a specific subset of people, an assembly of peoples, for a specific purpose, to be called Israel. Israel's purpose is to be a light to all other nations. Israel has had its ups and downs, even falling short of God's expectations. So, he came as member of the house of Israel, yes, as a Jewish person, but as God inside the exterior of the flesh of a man. He came to tabernacle with us for a season, for a reason, so we'd get it, understand, see his promise. The visitation was personal. He came to make a point. What more could you ask for? The message has roots in history and it tells of what is yet to come. The whole storyline fits a long time.
Israel with the mist lifting. The main theme, that is the house of Israel being a witness for God to all other peoples, in all other nations, comes back to haunt the house when Gentiles provoke Jewish peoples to seeing that Yeshua is in fact the Jewish Messiah, Jesus of Nazareth. And what is incredible, now, like no other time in all of human history, the fog of prejudice is lifting, the veil hindering their vision is dropping from before their eyes, and they are seeing and recognizing Yeshua. In fact, that recognition comes right from the Hebrew scriptures themselves. The evidence has been there all along. Jewish people are finding the mystery has an answer. He came, and he will come again. What is ominous is that assembly of peoples is coming to see this fact now. We have reached a pivot point in time. But why did it happen this way?
Step back and take a look at the big picture. The universe is a stage. We are the object of the intelligence's prime intent. That we are to have a relationship with God is the goal. It's an option until you embrace it, receive it, make it personal, step up to life, then the doorway to the promise opens. Turning from the old way makes for a relationship fulfilled. If you receive God's grace, then and only then do you enter into a new life. The promise is that you will live in eternity with Him. That life is in a very special light. Missing the entire purpose to His promise leads to separation and an eternity in shadows, isolation, and deprivation. Indeed, that must be hell.
The promise is simply life. In this context, being alive is an opportunity. But, to be clear, there is still much resistance. You'll see it, you felt it, may still feel it, but getting beyond the material and secular pull means pushing ahead. The way is narrow, and we are told many will reject this promise. The opportunity in the present life is limited, right up to your last breath. After that, all bets are off. Don't let your decision be made by default. Actively make a choice based on sound information. Do it now while breath and life are in you. The promise is offered as a choice. You get to make the choice. To follow the logic a bit further and to lock in the promise, we suggest clicking on the icon below and then to step up to life.